Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wisdom Drops, your source for daily drops of wisdom and civic astrology. My name is Tanya, and today we're discussing the Taurus new moon, as you see on my screen here, happening on May 11th of 2021. So this is a very interesting new moon because you can see that it's obviously happening in Taurus at 21 degrees, and its dispositor, aka Venus, the planet that rules Taurus, the sign that the new moon is in the sign of Gemini and actually conjunct the North Node and Mercury. So there's a lot to talk about here just from that alone. By the end of this video, you're going to have an understanding of what you can expect in your everyday life over the course of the next month, especially the next 2 weeks after this lunation until we see the next full moon, when you see a culmination of what's happening here. Just so you are aware, if you're looking to learn astrology for yourself, I start the Wizdom Dropz astrology school again the end of May. We're starting right around the corner. So if you're meant to be there with us in a group of intentional minds who are coming together to have fun and learn live every single weekend, Sunday at 12 p.m. Central for a few hours. That's going to be going on for 26 weeks. So I'm taking serious students who are looking to transform their understanding of the stars radically and really dive into this stuff with me and be mentored by me. So if you resonate with my content, if you like my style, I invite you to schedule a free call to discuss the course. And you can find the link for that in the description box down below. And I definitely encourage you to get in, because if you don't, we're going to start without you. And what fun would that be for you? So it's right around the corner. It's time to book, everybody. So use the link down below. Awesome. Also, if you're new to the channel, I welcome you to subscribe if you resonate, because we is building tribe here on the platform. We're over 600 subscribers at this point, well on our way to 1,000. And I thank every single one of you who helps us get there. So thanks for that, and as well as the likes, because it helps the channel grow and just get this content out to a larger audience. So I really appreciate the help expanding our viewership. Thank you. So moving along here, this new moon is in, again, Taurus, and that means it's a new beginning, right? The divine mother, the divine father, as it relates to tangibility and all Taurian things, as it relates to food, as it relates to possessions, as it relates to money. All these are Taurus things. Even Earth and our relationship with Earth is very Taurian. So this is a time to recognize a seed is being planted there in Taurus vibration. And what does that mean for you and your life? Well, to give you a clue, you're going to look at the house of your chart by whole sign astrology that Taurus is associated with. So if your rising is somewhere over here in Virgo, you would count this whole sign of Virgo as your first house, and Taurus would become your ninth house, for example. Whereas if you had somewhere in Aries, your ascendant, this would become your second house. And that new beginning is going to be specified for you based on the house of your own personal birth chart that you find the lunation happening in. The other thing I want to bring up is this Mercury-Venus conjunction with the North Node in Gemini. This tells me that this new moon is going to be one that we are all being given almost like the keys to our own freedom. And why do I say the keys? I say that because Mercury is especially close with Rahu, also known as the North Node. If you'll see here, there's 10 degrees for the North Node, right, of Gemini, 12 degrees for Mercury. Now, everybody, this is a very significant conjunction, and it is not a long-lasting conjunction. If you know anything about Mercury, she is a very speedy planet. So the fact that this is within a 2-degree orb, this conjunction, is very significant under this new moon period. And it tells me that this is the keys to our karmic solution, North Node. You see how that plays together? Because Mercury is keys. Mercury is solutions to problems. Mercury is the information keeper. And the thing I'm being called to mention, because Venus is in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by this planet of Mercury, you see. So Venus, the dispositor of the new moon in Taurus, is actually with Mercury in their own sign, Gemini, and the North Node. This tells me there's like a need to value information, to value Venus, skill, Gemini, to value intelligence, Gemini, to value communication, Gemini. So this new moon is in Taurus, right, everybody? But it's actually a lot of Gemini flavor, because the planet that rules the sign the moon is in Gemini, and with its own planet in its own sign, Mercury. So you have this likelihood that we're going to value information, we're going to value skill, we're going to value problem solving, and we're also going to have the keys to unlocking what has karmically been underneath the surface that hasn't really been dealt with. And that's this Rahu thing, right? That's totally the Rahu thing. So this is the solution to where we need to focus at this moment in time. Where is it in your life you need to put more attention? Where is it in your life you need to focus to grow? Where is it in your life you need to maximize on something? Gemini North Node is all about growing skill, everybody. It's time, if you haven't used this Gemini North Node cycle yet, to grow your skill. This North Node has been here for a while now, but guess what? He's on the way out. The North Node is not going to be in Gemini for long. If you haven't learned a new skill, say astrology, for example, or anything involving your intellect, your communication, or your hands, okay, like working with your hands, this is the time to do it. Use the new moon in Taurus, because whatever you grow under the new moon in Taurus, it has strong roots. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is the fact that the moon itself is squaring off with Saturn, but the moon itself is also in harmonious trine energy with Pluto, freshly gone retrograde. Now, if you see this on your screen, Pluto is in, again, very harmonious aspect with that trine over here to the lunation itself. This is a tremendous blessing. This is showing us that the undercurrents of this lunation are very productive at a psychological, subconscious level. Whatever you're putting in the intention to heal, whatever you're putting the intention in on to grow, it's going to relate somehow to your tantric expression of power, to your subconscious expression of power. I feel like a lot of people are coming into their power after reflecting. What is it that, this little R can also mean reflecting instead of retrograde, if you think about it. So you're going to be reflecting on what is it. You're just going to be sitting there thinking, what is it that makes me truly in my power, That's the question a lot of us are going to be asking ourselves and sitting with over the course of the next, month at least. So I think that, especially with Pluto's harmonious aspect to this new moon, you're going to be coming into new awarenesses about that, and you're going to be making some powerful changes to take action on that. And a lot of us are going to find that spiritual gateway into a newer spiritual reality is actually where we're finding our power, because Neptune is actually at the apex. And all I mean by the apex is if you draw a triangle, you know how there's always a tip? Like if you're drawing an isosceles or whatever, there's always a tip. There's always a point that it comes to. Like this one and down here, they're not really the main tips of that triangle. But when you draw the connections between Neptune, the new moon, And Pluto, you can see how these blue lines make this triangle, and how the tip of it, the apex, is this Neptune in Pisces at 22 degrees, the master builder at that. And Neptune is a very watery planet. It's not about tangible, concrete things. But when you put it at the apex of a V sextile or a mini grand trine configuration, which we talk about all this way more in my astrology course, but when you put it there in this context, it's really to let you know that spirituality is the way out, kiddo. Spirituality is the way you're going to find your power. Spirituality is the way you're going to find this new bright beginning of tangible wealth and opportunity. So trust in the Neptune energy at this time, because it's actually really positively aspected. And what I mean by that is, if you want to connect with water fairies, honey, you go connect with water fairies, because Neptune rules all of that. The magical dimensions, the water-based sentient guides and beings like fairies, like mermaids, like spirit guides, like angels, okay? All of that, nymphs, is ruled by Neptune and Pisces. So understand that angels, guides, they want to communicate with us at this time. They want to communicate with us. And the more you put yourself in watery, spiritual, okay, Pisces environments, the easier it is for them to help you. So get yourself to the water. If you got a lake or an ocean, or even just a bathtub or a shower, and a crystal and some sage and a candle, right? These are all Neptunian and Pisces things that you can do to facilitate the energetic expression of discovering your power. Pluto sextile Neptune, okay? Pluto retrograde sextile Neptune, of discovering your ability to create a new world for yourself of value. New moon in Taurus, okay? And I think you're going to find a lot of answers naturally with this Mercury conjunct the North Node. The answers are just going to kind of come to you, is what I'm seeing with this very powerful Mercury in its own sign of Gemini. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. It's a great way to say thank you for all the content I produced for you for free 99. And if you're looking to learn astrology once for all, I'm very excited and grateful to accept students in my WizdomDropz astrology school. We start at the end of May, everybody. I hope to see you there if you're meant to be with us. And I thank you for scheduling your call. With that said, till next time and through next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.